Another 6k 1v1, Dragonfury versus Supreme Overlord. Dragonfury in the blue coming in on the left side of Evora. Supreme Overlord in the orange coming in on the right side. Dragonfury is playing an OSP fleet. Supreme Overlord is playing an ANS fleet. This is a very Axford heavy fleet, 3 of them in a formation, with a pair of frigates with missiles. I think this is a fleet we've seen Overlord use before. Meanwhile, over on Dragonfury's side, we have a Rail Ocello, a 250 line ship, a 450 line ship that is unfortunately turning the wrong way because the guns are on the other side, and another 450 line ship which is also turning the wrong way. I think Dragonfury might have forgotten which side his guns are on. And a missile feeder. Missile feeder has 64 size 2 missiles in it. Also, Dragonfury has an R400 tug, an R550 tug, and a shuttle with PD and a T20 100mm gun. This is for anti-cap, anti-light ship work. Both sides are stacking towards C point. They haven't seen each other yet, but the Axford stack is heading towards C, as are all of the line ships, the Ocello and the missile monitor. Shuttle heading down to D to cap that. Meanwhile, the frigates are splitting up. One's going, looking like it's going around to A, and one moving more towards the middle. Battle music playing because it's picking up the fire command of the R400 and R550. R400 very much here to designate targets for the railguns. Shuttle now on dagger. Panning the R550 around to search for targets. As yet, nothing spotted. The Axfords are sheltered by the rock, and that frigate is probably well out of detection range, assuming it has line of sight. No, it does not in the first place. S2 size 2 hybrids out towards dagger point, trying to knock out that shuttle. The shuttle will capture the point regardless, as the missile is going to capture it before the missiles get there. Whether it will escape with its life is yet to be known. Missile seekers go active and are tracking the target. And unfortunately the shuttle's still alive. Only lost a rapid DC locker from that. Reinforced CIC saving the day. will be out of command at the moment, as the CIC did get hit to 0%, but the team is still alive and we'll be able to repair that. Axford's now visible, exchanging fire with one of the line ships. Line ships slowly making their way back around to the correct side to bring their guns to bear. More 450 shells inbound. No significant damage on this line ship yet, but that will change if it keeps taking 450 shells to the face.
The enemy is securing zone Boxer.
Line ships now returning fire. Track quality obviously not particularly good on the Axfords at the moment. A lot of the shells are bouncing and or missing the Axford, so minimal damage being dealt at the moment. Meanwhile, the line ship is being heavily punished in return.
The enemy secured zone Boxer.
Monitor looks like it got hit by a handful of hybrids there. Its ability to fire missiles at people is significantly reduced, especially with the magazine actually destroyed right now. So this is a 4-sided line ship. It has two 50mm guns everywhere, apparently. Salvo from the top guns firing now. Middle Axford starting to take a heavy damage. This is the second salvo from all of the line ships on this ship. Line ships are pretty beat up though. Shuttle has repaired and is mobile again. Frigate capturing Comet.
The enemy secured zone comet.
Yes, the ship is being somewhat overwhelmed by fires at the moment because it's been taking bow hits from a railgun, which means it can be setting fire to multiple compartments at the same time. And this ship only has 8 damage control teams. There are currently more fires on this ship than there are damage control teams. I mean, not hurting that badly, apart from the fires and other debuffs. Their damage is mostly sustainable. Only one module on the ship is actually greyed out right now. Some damage to a few others. Now that he's out of the line of fire, the fires are starting to go out as well.
The enemy is securing zone dagger.
This Axford is the one that's been bearing the brunt of the fire from all the enemy ships so far. This one is not going to be faring so well if the rails start hitting this one. The fires will mount up with the rest of the damage already on the ship. Dragonfury is, however, losing control of all of the capture points right now. A is still uncontested, although the frigate is slowly making its way into the A. Dagger is being capped. B and C are already capped by Overlord.
The enemy secured zone dagger.
This line ship did go down. I missed that, unfortunately. So it's a trade right now. 1 Axford for 1 line ship. As the Axford that has been bearing the brunt of the fire so far this game has finally gone down. In terms of a points exchange, that is probably in Dragonfury's favour. This is probably like a 1,000-point ship, whereas this is more like 1,500, 1,600 points. So although it's a ship-for-ship trade, it is a points exchange in Dragonfury's favour.
The enemy is securing zone atlas.
That said, you could say it's about even points change when you consider this ship is not going to be doing much the rest of this battle. It has 2 functional missile tubes and has just managed to get its berthing back online. Solo now being targeted by the 450 out at Axfords.
The enemy secured zone atlas.
Overlord now in control of all 4 capture points. Dragonfury does need to make a move here, or the capture points lead is going to start to climb out of control. However, he is pushing into the fire of 2 Exfors right now, which is not the kind of damage that can be sustained by a line ship for very long. As you can see, it's already out of restores. And the magazine goes down, meaning this ship is no longer combat capable. And will not be combat capable for the rest of this battle. And in fact, it actually dies. CIC in the middle gets hit with the 450s. So that is now 2 line ships down, leaving Dragonfury with 1 somewhat damaged line ship, the rail Ocello, and half of a missile monitor. The missile monitor that now gets hit by more hybrids. Fortunately, it looks like most of that damage went into areas of the ship that are already damaged, only splashing on the edges of things. Bulk magazine remains intact, and the 2 functional missile tubes, actually saying that, this one seems to be down. So it is now in fact down to 1 missile tube. Firing 120mm RPF at the shuttle. It's only 1 gun turret. Meanwhile, likewise, only 1 gun turret responding, 1 T-30 cannon. 1 T-20 cannon, apologies. More hybrids hit home. Somehow technically still alive. Reinforced CIC and the reactors hanging on, but it again is no longer combat capable. It may also explode, as the reactor's going all critical right now. Sole remaining line ship duking out with the pair of Axfords, and probably going to die, unfortunately.
The enemy is securing zone common.
And that is the 3rd line ship down, leaving Dragonfury's offensive capability only at the rail Ocello right now. Dead Axford still firing its engines full bore.
The enemy is securing zone dagger. The enemy securing zone common.
Dragonfury has managed to take C and D at this point. Or is about to take D, rather. The 100mm shuttle has successfully defeated the 120mm armed frigate. likely in part because it was firing 120 RPF, not something more potent, and it only actually has one cannon. Tug goes down. Rail Ocello next for the chopping block.
The enemy secured zone dagger. The enemy is securing zone common.
Remaining frigate taking back Comet. This is the one that's been slinging hybrids. Has 2 remaining in that tube, 2 remaining in that tube, so 4 total. It can see the shuttle right now. And it looks like it is programming missiles to kill it with. Perhaps not, never mind. It lost line of sight. That was a problem. It lost the track to fire it.
The enemy secured zone common.
.450 is currently targeting the remaining tug, the one that's been designating for this rail Ocello this entire game. Shuttle manages to evade the remaining hybrids. That puts this... Oh, no, it still has 1 hybrid remaining. So it's not completely unarmed yet. CIC down. This is why I've been putting 2 CICs on all of my Ocellos. One at the top here and one at the bottom here. Because otherwise this happens and you end up with no CIC. They just repaired the CIC, it's immediately been smacked in the bridge by another 450 round, and the CIC is down again. CIC back up and running, but now it's lost 2 of its reactors. And 1 of its guns.
The enemy secured Zone Atlas.
Dragonfury, meanwhile, has managed to kill off the hybrid flinging frigate with his T-20 shuttle and capture Atlas. It is, however, going to be a tall order to outbrawl a pair of Axfords or play around them long enough to win by capping. So he's Supreme so confident in his victory over the Ocello that he has moved 1 of the Axfords off to go and chase down the shuttle and claim capture points. As such, he's moving it towards D. He's possibly not entirely wrong to do so. This Ocello is currently unable to return fire. Oh, I say that and immediately starts firing. That is GG. Dragonfury loses here. Superior Axford firepower wins the day. Well, that is it for this video. There'll be a link at the description to join the Discord server. We also now have our own dedicated Nebulous server. So hit us up if you want to get involved. Thank you for watching.